guys, how are you?
Hi,
Good.
Rachel.
Doing great. So to start, you guys get to be at a heist. Heists are always fun because it makes, the audience think that they can pull off one. We can't, but we think we can. So for you guys, what was the fun of, getting to craft these characters that, especially for you, Nathan, we get to see Joe in two different times, which I do love that we never know specifically. It says before and now, especially in that first episode, which I do love. But what is it, the joy of getting to live kind of in this heist world as actors and get to bring that to life?
For me, the difference between those two things of like having like the family stuff, which was kind of we like lived in that like house for a while. I felt like we did anyway, there for like a month, and so it was almost like it wasn't Blue Valentine, but I basically was like my own personal Blue Valentine. Like I just was like really embedded with the family and Kevin, and that was great. But the challenge, of like not that that wasn't fun because it was a lot of fun, but the challenge and the real like of the job work was the heist itself and the masks and the guns and the running and the cars. Like that was to be able to kind of normally ordinarily you see that stuff and that's like the big stuff, but you don't really get to see the family stuff or play the family stuff.
Mhm.
Able to do both those things in the same project was kind of fantastic, amazing.
Yeah, and for both of you, when you're telling stories, especially ones like these, longer formats that are television, for you as actors, is that more daunting or is that more exciting? Because I think we're used to this genre existing primarily in a film format. So you're not living in kind of this high stakes world for that long of a time period. But this is a, 8 hour, whatever it ends up being, television program. But for actors, like I studied theater, so I was like, I know how actors kind of think in the back of their brains. Is that longer, or is that like more like this is terrifying and I don't like this, or is that more exciting that you're like I can dig my teeth into this for however long I feel like doing this and I don't have to like throw it away as soon as filming is done. Like I can sit in this for as long as I possibly need because it's 8 episodes of me exploring this character.
Hey, well, yeah, I think that's kind of like the joy of doing TV is that you get to slow down the narrative. You get to slow down and plot, I suppose, the character's arc over a longer space of time, which, it just gives you more time to find something new within the character and also their involvement in the story. And I don't know, have the option to try and have different choices kind of in your back pocket. But yeah, it's like a marathon. That's the thing. I think physically you just need to maintain
Yeah.
that momentum and which is always really tricky because you could be doing a fight sequence over a week period, but it's you're basically doing like a workout 3 times a day. And it's but yeah, it's I suppose it's like the stamina of something that it packs in so much in such a long space of time.
Yeah, I completely agree. And there was something I had that there was also like a strange comfort. Like ultimately, I think that like with film, and I love like the in and out of film, like they're like,
Mhm.
and then you do leave it behind. You're like, even on TV, like you've done that sequence, you've done that scene, you do leave it behind. But there was something about being so embedded in the character for so long, like we were all there for so long, so you just really begin to know this person and kind of I don't know, like some kind of something symbiotic. I think that begins to happen, and that's really comforting because it eases the pressure in a sense, and also if you're in anything for 8 hours, you know there were some bad days. I had bad days where I just couldn't act. And I was like, it's 2 minutes of 8 hours. Like you kind of get a little less precious, maybe. Which is good. I think it's good.
Mhm.
Giving.
Yeah, I can't wait for people to get the show. I think to see the show. I think it's such a fascinating look, especially like at this genre as a whole, because I love like heist genre, the genre of like heist stories in general. And Nathan, as a misfit kid, and by kid I was in college, but as a misfit kid, this is such an honor to talk to you today. So Thank you guys for your time, and I can't wait to go see the show.
Rachel, I appreciate that.
Have a great one.